So turbulence is basically when the particles in a fluid go all crazy, in contrast to laminar flow. You can figure out if a flow would be laminar or turbulent based on this quantity called the Reynolds number, named after this guy called Reynolds. It's the ratio of the flow speed times the characteristic length, which is the scale or size that the turbulence is taking place over, all over the viscosity of the fluid. When the Reynolds number is low, you get clean, orderly laminar flow, and when the Reynolds number is high, you get turbulence. From this, you can see that laminar flow can only happen on small scales with low velocities or in highly viscous fluids. Think of it kind of like when you have a bunch of kids running. When they walk slowly, it's easy for them to stay single file and orderly, but when you make them run fast, someone will trip and you'll get sued by their parents. Anyways, turbulence is literally everywhere. Since the air around us is unevenly heated by the sun, convection currents and wind causes turbulence. The heat radiating from your body is also disturbing the air particles around you, which causes chaos everywhere you move. Turbulence isn't very well defined, but generally you know when you see it. There are lots of eddies and swirls going from a big scale to a small scale, and a movement of particles that is chaotic and basically impossible to make long-term predictions about, since any single small change in the initial condition, such as the temperature or the position of any of the particles, will change the outcome drastically. These eddies are made all the time by basically everything that moves through the air, which is why engineers and other scientists invest so much to try to harness the power of turbulence. Not only just how to avoid causing turbulence, but how to take advantage of this strange type of flow to make flying or swimming more efficient, since you have to deal with it all the time. The idea of turbulence having big swirls from some sort of disturbance fizzling out into little swirls makes sense when you think about it. What's happening is that energy is spreading out. The heat from your body needs to dissipate throughout the universe somehow, and it does so through turbulence. A single big source of energy, like my hand waving through the air, the air particles have collide with my skin, which causes friction, which gives a source of energy. And this energy needs to dissipate into heat, and it does so through turbulence. It's swirling around, and this is causing tinier swirls until it can eventually fizzle out into heat around the surrounding air, and my room becomes slightly warmer. This is the second law of thermodynamics in action. If you have any sort of energy at any sort of scale, it causes particles to move and bump into each other and transfer the energy into heat as it dissipates. Turbulence basically mixes higher energy particles uniformly throughout an area so that the energy in the system can spread out evenly throughout a fluid. Turbulence is a really interesting field to study. Even though right now solving Navier-Stokes equations for understanding the movement of turbulent flow is so hard that you can make $1 million off of it, turbulence is so ubiquitous. It's everywhere around us and everywhere we look throughout the cosmos. Turbulence almost seems like it's a fundamental part of nature, arising from the laws which govern how energy can be transferred. Understanding turbulence is understanding how our universe works. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.